As you can see here, we got 4 famous factions in Stormbound. But, which one of these is truly the best? How can we tell? In one of my other videos, I made a deck. Well, didn't make one. I more like stole it from somebody who, really suggested it to me in the comments. But anyways, they gave me a winter pack deck that was pretty much invincible. But today, I have for you guys a Shadowfen deck, which should prove to be just as good, if not better. Now, this deck was actually commented by Kabuki Ninja, and he said that it got him to gold 2. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be trying to use it and seeing how far it gets us. Now, it does include a green prototype, which, as we all know, I really don't like. But, I'm going to put it in here just for the sake of the deck, because that's the recipe. You don't mess with the recipe unless you want to have a wacky result. So we're going to keep it in there. But if the deck starts to fail, and it's for any reason, even if it's not green prototypes, I'm going to remove green prototypes and put something else in there. Just deal with it. So anyways, the other cards we got: Crimson, Sentry, Rain of Frogs, Azure Hatchers. Let's see, I know I saw Amber Hides, Obsidian Bushers, Victors of the Melee. What the heck are they? They are here? No, one more. Here they are. Victors of the Melee and Calaxy. Okay. And I think this was actually post Calaxy buff, so it might even be more effective or even less. I don't really know. It all depends. But we're going to spend some time upgrading these cards really quick. As you can see, I got 2,000 coins. Those are all naturally built up, and same with those 30 rubies. But we're going to upgrade, and I'll be right back to you guys with my new and improved deck. Alright, so here we go, guys. I've just finished upgrading my Victors in the Melee. And as you can see, wait, hold on. Look at my XP bar right there. I actually went up quite a bit, which is pretty interesting. Anyways, so soon I'll be level 16, which is pretty exciting. But here we go. We got level 4 Green Prototypes, level 3 Brute Sages, level 3 Copper Skin, level 4 Dubious Hags, level 4 Gifted Recruits, level 4 Crimson Sentry, level 3 Rain of Frogs, level 3 Azure Hatchers, level 3 Amber Hides, level 3 Obsidian Butchers, level 4 Victors, and level 2 Calaxy. So we've got a pretty high average level deck here. So if the deck begins to fail, it isn't because of the levels. But obviously, I actually do have full faith. And here we go. Let's name our deck Kabuki Ninja after its god level creator. And let's hop into some battles at gold 4. Now, I should actually be fighting some real opponents out here in gold. I don't think I'm at the bot level yet. Ooh, yeah, this guy's a real guy. Waving a handshake as we always start. It's been a long time since I've actually showed off a custom deck, which is pretty interesting. I'm glad to be back at it. So, you know what? My plan here today is just to see if this deck is as basically invincible or as good as Kabuki had said it was in his comment. And if it is, then I have an excuse to put in "this deck is invincible" in my title, which is what I fully intend to do if it works out. Ooh, Copper Skin. Spicy. So we are up against another Shadowfen. I don't know if this will mess up anything that has to do with the deck. I don't know if it needs to be against a certain faction. Anyways, here we go. I forgot that poison is now able to be used with your own cards too. Oh my gosh, guys. I think we might be able to kill this guy super early. Look. Oh geez. Look at all these 1 strength on the field already. Then I'm thinking we put down Dubious Hags and Rain of Frogs next turn, and then we just Obsidian Butcher him. And I think that could be a GG right away. Oh geez. This guy is not having a good time. Also, keep in mind, I do have the level 3 Brute Sages, so they spawn 3 1 strength toads on the bordering tiles, which is pretty insane actually. So here we go. Let's just throw down Rain of Frogs right quick, and then we'll put down our Dubious Hags right on the baseline. I'll remove my Victors of the Melee, because all that's going to happen with those guys is they're going to end up killing a bunch of 1 strength units, and I don't really want that to happen. So here we go. On our next turn, my plan Depending on if he does poison some other things. If he poisons some other things, I might go for Brood Sage's part 2. But looks like that's not the case. Ooh, so he's got a pretty strong thick boy down there. Am I worried though? Nope, because he just lost. Didn't he? I think he might have, because... Oh no, for shame. I can't exactly get up there now, can I? Alright, so here's the new plan. So if I do the Obsidian Butchers, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pull 7 strength off the field, so that will make it an 11 buff boy unit. But I don't think that's really worth it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to replace Crimson Sentry. Oh, this worked out really well, actually. Hopefully it poisons the right things. Ooh, that's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's not bad. So that should spawn 1, because... Brood Sage's abilities seem to change every day. For each surrounding poison unit, spawn a 1 strength toad on the 3 tiles bordering it. Okay, so it spawns bordering but can proc surrounding. Okay. So what I'm looking for here is for him to leave his backline open a little bit, because all I really need to do, actually, is just put in the Obsidian Butchers, and then I take the W. And that's all I gotta do. So as long as our front line is somewhat preserved, we have this in the bag, no problem. Okay, so he failed to defend himself adequately, so we will finish him off in style. Alright, so we did load into another match. Our opponent has the player name, but that doesn't 100% mean... Okay. I think they may actually be a... Yeah, they're a real person. And they did the wave and the handshake! Let's go, I'm excited. Alright. Anyways, as for my first turn, the reason I spawned the Copper Skin instead of Rain of Frogs is if you do Rain of Frogs in your first turn, you basically create a front line that you can't get past until something breaks, and I didn't really want to do that. And also, my Rain of Frogs is level 3, so I'd be wasting 2 toads worth of strength on literally nothing. So that was my rationale for spawning the Copper Skin first. Anyways, as for that turn, we're going to put our Azure Hatcher going up top. Hopefully to preserve our front line a bunch, because obviously his death effect will spread out all sorts of toads everywhere, and that can definitely help us out. Now for my next turn, I'm looking at Rain of Frogs and Brood Sages probably. I am going to replace Claxy though. She literally cannot be useful to me right now. So we'll see what goes on there. I assume he's just going to... Oh, I thought he was going to put like Gifted Recruits or something, but I guess not. Alright, so let's replace Claxy, see what we get. Dubious Hag. So I'm going to do Dubious Hags and Rain of Frogs instead. So we're going to break that upgrade point. He's going to get a 1 strength Raven somewhere. Alright, that's not bad. And then we'll spawn these guys down here. And now we have quite a bit of fodder for our Obsidian Butchers to go take and run into the base with. Especially when that Azure Hatcher pops open. I think we can deal quite a substantial amount of damage to him, which I am very happy to do. Alright, so as you just saw last turn, he decided to spawn the Mechanical Workers, and unfortunately that choice will not be his undoing at the moment. But what we are going to do here, I think, to kind of take this all out, I'm just going to spawn the green prototypes here, then Gifted Recruits, and then put down the Brood Sages somewhere in the back. So obviously I didn't get the proc off the Brood Sages, but the point was just to keep strength up on the board. And now next turn we're definitely poised to attack him with the Obsidian Butchers, because he can really only get out of his base one of 2 ways at this point. Oh, you stink, dude. Come on. And he got lucky with the RNG too. Oh, jeez. Okay. That was pretty much the worst possible thing that could have occurred right then. But you know, it's okay. We're just going to do the double Death Effect Toad push, which is actually pretty darn effective, even with the new update. Well, not new. Even with the update that changed how poison works. Still works really well. You obviously get 4 movement total, and now you have a preserved front line, courtesy of the Azure Hatcher. And anybody who tries to attack the Crimson Sentry will get a nasty bite of 4 damage plus poison on them. So this is usually a safe bet for Shadowfen. You know, if you're trying to push up. So those Destructobots bit the dust there. I wonder what he's going to play next. Delegators. Ooh. That is quite the tough. Ooh, that's pretty dangerous, actually. I'm not a fan of that. So, you know, let's flip the script on him a little bit. Wait, it depends. Let's replace... I'm actually going to replace the butchers and see what happens. Okay, let's flip the script on him. Throw down Claxy, and get a bunch of ravens down. There we go. So, now he's got a couple of groups of guys to deal with, and the Bladestorm will be less effective. So, something else I like about this deck is that it's pretty versatile. So, as you saw, that Bladestorm took out all of our 1-strength toads. But if I decide to go this route with Claxy, then it's not nearly as effective. Alright, so something that he did wrong on that turn is his placement of the upgrade point. Because now, if you're thinking about it logically, at least for me, you know what I would do? I would put my dubious hags here on the left side and have them cut in and destroy it. Obviously, I don't have them on me right now, but that's still definitely a possibility that he probably should have thought of. But anyways, as for my actual move this turn, I'm going to do a Copper Skin, then a Brood Sage here, so I can proc my boys to come out, and then I'm just going to put an Amber Hides here to drain the 2 extra strength and give him some pressure on his baseline. So, obviously that upgrade point is going to activate, but it's not too big of a problem, as that troop did remain poisoned, so I can probably combo off it later, or honestly just ignore it until it dies, and then I'll kill the upgrade point soon, because I now have my dubious hags in my hand. Alright, he just failed to defend his base, I guess. I was checking my phone, I'm going to be honest, but I crushed him too. So far this deck, looking pretty invincible. Let's go for 3rd times the charm, so I can put in a very unclickbait way 100% win rate deck. But obviously I won't do that. We're going to get a friendly battle in and see if that can also help make the difference. Okay, here we go against player 0553. Looks like he's starting out with the wave. He did not do the handshake, but that's okay. As long as, you know, emos and proper courtesy, I am a-okay with whatever you decide to do. Alright, so he's gone and spawned head start, or played head start, and spawned a 4-strength satyr. I'm just going to throw out those Amber Hides real quick. Obviously, like I said last game, really good at pushing up. Really good frontline preservation, and honestly, there's not a lot of weaknesses to them unless you're really pushed back. Then you can kind of get messed up, but obviously in this case, I really wasn't, so it was all okay. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna replace Claxy, see if I get Copper Skin. I did not get Copper Skin. So what I think I'm gonna do Crimson here, and then throw our Gifted Recruits up next to this toad. Now the reason I didn't spawn Brood Sage, Gifted Recruits plus green prototypes is that the Copper Skin would get more value because I don't want to waste the Brood Sages, especially this early on where you can really trap somebody with them. I don't want to waste the Brood Sages, so I have to keep them in my hand. And as you'll see, I got Copper Skin next, and guess what? With the play of those Dread Fawns, I can 100%, especially if I get lucky with my throwdowns of poison. So let's see where they go. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm going to spawn my Brood Sages here. We're going to get 3 toads out in the field. And I'm going to replace my green prototypes. And let's just throw down my dubious hags behind these guys to help take out that larger clump of satyrs. Alright, cool. So right now we have, let's see, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 strength on the board, and he has 6, but it's basically -2 because they're poisoned. So we're sitting at double his strength right now. And in case he tries anything funny, I do have the victors to help kind of take care of any sort of big chunky unit, as well as some sort of miniature guys. Ooh, Doppelbox. Let's see. Okay. So, obviously we have the opportunity here for a couple things. We're going to replace the butchers right away, though. I don't think they're going to be super useful in this instance. And I think we're going to just straight up attack sideways with the victors. They'll deal 3 damage all around and basically clear out some space. So we nullified his Doppelbox and took out a lot of his strength. Alright, so he's going to spawn the Shady Ghoul. The Shady Ghoul is oh, he decided to attack with it. That's interesting. A lot of times people decide to use the Shady Ghoul as like a placeholder to kind of preserve their lines, but it was an interesting decision to just straight up attack. I'm not going to say it was a bad idea or a good idea. It's obviously just your prerogative. Okay, so we're a little bit stuck here. I'm going to have to do something I don't like to do. We're going to have to use the Gifted Recruits, and we're just going to have to use the Brute Force of the Amber Hides to defend our base. Obviously, not an ideal way to use the Amber Hides, but I can't really afford to take that much base damage right away, so that's why we decided to do that. Especially up in gold when people would just pull out a level 5 Salty Outcast on you and take out your entire base in one hit. Yeah, you need to be careful of protecting your base life. Alright, so that took him quite a while to decide what he's going to do next, but he decided to go with the Lasting Remains. A good decision, actually, because now they'll get their extra proc, but that's if I didn't do this. Which of course I will, because I love to ruin people's days in that regard. You know, you can't let them have too much fun, otherwise, where's your fun going to come from? We're going to spawn our Azure Hatchers. Honestly, let's just open them up right away. There we go. You know, stress them out a bit. Have a little fun. Just put some, you know, poke him a bit. You know, get him right there. So those Lasting Remains dealt no damage to my Victors, and that's still really good because right now they're sitting at full health at 6 strength. That's not an easy thing to take down, especially because Victors, if you misplay something, they can get a ton of extra value. So right now, I'm pretty sure our opponent player 0553 is looking at a little bit of a problem here against this really strong deck. Also, I just noticed, if he even destroys those Victors, we got another one in our hand. So what are you going to do about it? Alright, he's going to play his Head Start. You know something interesting about the Head Start? You know the sound when the satyr spawns? It sounds exactly like a Pokeball opening up in especially the original TV show. You know, Pokemon, that sort of thing. It sounds exactly like it. I don't know if I'm the only person who's noticed that, but if I am, I think that's really funny. Anyways, our opponent is going to eat a big 2 damage from our 2 little Toad Warriors who are going in. And like I said, our Victor's got really good value because he misplaced just a little bit. Oh, and he conceded! Yes! I love these! I love it when I get a custom deck that just makes people concede. My favorite thing in the world. Alright, so let's see. We're doing pretty well on the ladder, I'd say. Now let's go take a look and see if anybody wants to battle over on the friends list. Because, no offense to anybody, but oftentimes people who are on my friends list are a little bit better players than the people who I randomly find. So it doesn't look like anybody's online right now, but I'll send a message in the Discord and see if anybody would like to join the VC or just play me in general. And I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so here we go. We got a couple different people who messaged and said that we're good to go. So I'm just going to go to the main menu and accept whoever challenges me first. So here we go. Okay, so we got into a new match against Finest Blades. Oh yeah, my bad. These guys are all, as you'll notice, they're all up in plat, which is obviously pretty high. We're going to start with the same way Dubious Hags reading prototypes. I'm just going to spawn them right, but one behind the other, and see if that will work the best. Alright, so I just sent a quick message to Moore saying GG. Anyways, let's get back to this game at hand here. We're going to spawn our Azure Hatchers really quick and advance our front line pretty quickly up there. Now, one weakness I've noticed about this deck, or I mean, obviously it doesn't have any weaknesses, but if it did, one problem would be Victors of the melee always wiping out your multiples. Ooh, or actually utilizing the Void Surgers. I haven't seen those guys in ages. Oh, that's rich. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, I was trying to get Brood Sage combo fodder, but that's fine. We'll just spawn our Gifted Recruits right up here and push them a bit, I guess. Alright. This match is shaping up to be quite interesting. Alright, so, Mr. Finest Blades, what are you going to do about this, Mr. Platinum 4? Oh, Frozen Core at 7. Oh, jeez. Is that a level 4 one? That must be level 4, yeah? Level 4. Quite strong indeed. Now, let's do this. Let's do a copper skin, a brood sage. Ah, look at that. Perfect. And then, do I want my green prototypes down? No, I don't. I'm just going to let those guys kind of run into it. Because I don't want to accidentally give out 8 strength to something like a pop-up unit. That could just be pretty bad. So I'm going to save my green prototypes until I know what's going on. Gifted recruits again. Obviously, he's going to try to protect his frozen core. Ooh, the boomstick officers. Is he using my deck? I think he might be using one of my decks. That's kind of what stinks about sharing all of your deck ideas on the internet, because people can just use your deck ideas that you shared on the internet. Okay, we're gonna throw down another rain of frogs. Put down our green prototypes, and all right. I'm just gonna kill the frozen core because I really do not want him to get that extra mana. I know I have that 11 strength on my baseline, but with any sort of luck, I can replace maybe like gifted recruits or something, and then get okay. So that was basically irrelevant. He just got it all back with the gift of the wise. Hopefully I can get the copper skin and drain those guys backwards. Big thrust tigers. Wow, that's a new one. I honestly oh jeez. Oh, this is giving me a stroke. Oh man. Oh, come on, dude. Why does this stuff keep happening where I can't push into his freaking base because of something stupid hanging out in front? It's so ridiculous. Alright, we're going to replace the brood sage. Please give me copper skin. I did not get copper skin. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. This is not good, guys. I'm gonna die. We're gonna put our gifted recruits there to mitigate some damage. And then I'm just gonna spawn these Azure Hatchers. I know I'm only gonna get 3 off of them. Hopefully that can help. Okay, look. Here's my last hope. Because those calming spirits are probably like the thickest boys I've ever seen on this planet. I'm not gonna be able to take them out. But my goal is just to take him out quickly. I think he is using my deck. That's very nice of you, my friend. Ooh, wait. Opportunity? Okay. Place Klaxi. Alright, ready guys? Let's pray to the RNG gods. Because if a frog goes here or here, it's done. But there's all the other places they can go. So let's hope. Oh yes. Let's go. Yes. The world. All right, epic. That was a quick JoJo reference there for those of you who are cultured. Alright, so that deck pretty much slaps. Except against pirates. But you know, whatever. I'm sorry, Astrid. I'm good with battles for the day. I'm actually really happy with that deck. Thank you, Kabuki Ninja, for leaving that in the comments literally like 2 months ago. Really appreciate it. It was a really fun deck, and honestly I think it does earn the rank of Invincible. I'm gonna put that in the title. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the people who were online to battle me, Finest Blades, and more fun. Also, honorary mention to Astrid 101, even though I didn't battle you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. It'd be cool if you leave a comment. It'd be super if you subscribe. See you guys next time.